Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They punted away on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. The short hands, it's Smothers. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the back. Finding open areas. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll try to sneak it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
Got enough for the first. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Makes the catch. It Smothers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Touchdown, North Carolina State! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house and make big plays.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. To throw, it's Castellanos. With the catch, it's Williams. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's White. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Smothers. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the counter. Oh, what a move. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. From the gun, the ground game. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
It's caught downfield. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Give to the back. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Brings up second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give is to Williams. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. And his throw is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, better look out! Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Now the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. He makes a catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. It's complete to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone.
receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
The Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The kick is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Smothers. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Turning on the Jets. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Tosses it incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anderson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen, and they swarm him under.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They boot it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. To the air, it's Castellanos. It's complete on the right side. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Got a man, it's McCoy. They get him down at the 36, it will be a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's McLaughlin. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Anderson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To the air, it's Bailey. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give is to Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's got his man across the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got it behind the line. It's White. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's White. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. The Noles get enough for the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
And the Noles with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. The play action fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out. It's Smothers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The run from the shotgun. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Now on 1st down from the 28. He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Finds his tight end. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got his man on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On the run, it's Smothers, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
They're going to run it, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Bailey. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Stop right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
At the 42.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Kick is in the air. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The give on the option. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fires downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner is stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. The Wolfpack will get the 1st down.
And I just love having a decisive quarterback. Like, give him options, but he makes a decision, sticks his foot in the ground, says, I'm going to get the 1st down, and he gets it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Pressure coming, and they'll wrap him up.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to seesaw back on top here in the fourth. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead, they just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Handoff from the gun. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Turning it on! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now 2nd down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged out of the air. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Looking to pass, it's Bailey. They've got the screen set up. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They not only need to pick up this 1st down, they need to do it quickly, David.
And they got some yards on 3rd down, so now the 4th down is a little bit easier. But late in the ball game, man, it's go time. We need points. We got to get back in this football game.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it. On big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Pulls it in. It's Smothers. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42 and a 52-yard attempt for the game. Field goal is good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the air, it's Castellanos. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.